first order of business.
I would do-
9/18/4.
Well, do you want to do the public hearing?
Oh, yes, we have to do, I'm sorry, we have to do that. I was gonna do it when we got to it, but we have to, first we have to open a public hearing over the general assistance ordinance. Does anybody have anything to say about the general assistance ordinance? Okay, motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All right, we'll close the public hearing, we'll move on. Now we'll move on to the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I move the minutes be approved as written.
Second.
Any additions, corrections, anything? Nothing? Those in favor? Okay, Selectmen's comments, Tom.
It's obvious, but the work out on the drain field is all done, pretty much. Apple tree was taken away today, and the ramp to the rear entrance is completed, and the hydrant work starts on the 16th. We've discovered a new leak, or not, I guess not new, but a leak different than the one that's on the floor in the basement, and Jason and I added some tubing to the gutter to divert it away from the building, but we're gonna have to do a more serious project at some point, I think, to solve the water problems in that little corner.
When you're hot topping out here, could you just hot top that little corner?
A new leak where?
Did someone say anything about it to anybody, just hot top that little?
Right next to the front entrance, there's a gutter spout that comes down, and it was just squirting right into a place where conduit enters the building.
Yeah.
And so it was leaking on top of the electrical boxes and whatnot in the basement, so it was pretty bad. So.
When they put the diesel generator in, that's when they put that conduit in, and they probably did not seal it right. They drilled a hole in the wall, stuck the pipe through it.
Well, the real bigger, I think we finally figured it all out. The bigger problem out there is when they did the addition, they cut the pavement to excavate for the foundation, and the grade goes towards the building. And so all the water runs towards the building. The other day, yes, the gutter, this happened a few years ago, and I came down and I don't know what we did. We got it diverted, and when they did the roof, they cleaned out the gutter, or maybe Dale did it. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but for now it's diverted away. But the other thing is, we discovered that it does get quite a bit lower under the ramp out here, the handicap ramp. So if we can get the water to go under the ramp, it drops quickly and it doesn't build up and go down and flood the, I do not think we have a perimeter drain problem. We now know that the drain pipes have been found out back, they've been extended. We saw water come out of one of them the other day, right in midstream in the rainstorm, or the rain. So they seem to be working, it's just I think we just have too much water in this corner.
Right.
But anyway.
Plus we got some grades that we should probably correct at some point in time.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
That's it? Allison?
Nothing.
Is that because you're taking notes and you don't want to type that much?
That's right. In fact, I'm gonna ask Tommy if he can send me what he just said.
Nothing.
The only thing I have is for David, you and Tommy and Dale know, but Frank came today to fix a couple of lights for Sean, but while he was here, there's 2 outlets out in the front yard where the hydrant's gonna go, and so he got into a little all-day deal there where he discontinued one and brought up the code where it connects to the building, and I'm assuming it's appropriate that Ruth would do that. It had to be moved to the hydrant, so.
It's kind of moving the hydrant, right?
Yeah, and so now you'll see there's a new post out there, it's up in the air better, but it's all hooked up, it's hardwired now. It's ready to use, Sean, if you need to use it.
Is it? It's not. But it's not related to the hydrant. It just happens.
Well, it is, because there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
And so to get this one removed, this one was in the way where the tree and the hydrant and all that's gonna go. So he got tearing it apart, and of course it was done 25 years ago by somebody, and it was kind of
But you don't need it to run the hydrant.
No.
Oh, no,
Right,
but he's restoring the power.
Yeah, okay.
Just needed to be moved because it was in the way.
Right, that's what I thought, yeah, okay.
It was there to provide power to Christmas tree lights, I think, and that tree's gonna be gone. So.
And that wire goes under the paved walkway, so it's no sense to lose it. The wire seems fine, you tested everything. And if you use power for something, or if you decide to put up a holiday to decorate, I don't know, whatever, someday.
Okay,
That's it.
I have no comment. Public comments. Anybody?
So hi, I'm Tim Forrester, 135 River Road. Wanted to just update you guys briefly about the grant that we're working for the Case Ferry launch. So I've continued to work with Delta Maine Research on that, and we hope to have a draft grant application ready for your next meeting. And just wanted to make you guys aware of that, and we hope to have it on the agenda for next week. I'll be in touch if there's an issue, but that should be there. The only two things that that I've realized throughout the process that are a bit of a sticking point. One is because of how the grant itself is structured, they require that either it go out to bid or there be some type of general services agreement, something like that. So I'd like to talk to Reed and Reed, and me as flycatcher, I can authorize it on our end, but hopefully we can just work out something with the town. To be frank, I don't know how anybody could do it any less expensive than the volunteer time that we're putting into this. So hopefully we can deal with that. And then the other one is, part of the grant funding is to make the structure itself more resilient, and part of that was pulling it back from the shore, extending, it extends out, so we're pulling it back like 4 feet. So the current ramp is going to be insufficient, it's going to be too short. The Daysbury Mooring Association has funds to pay for a new one, but we actually feel that money may go longer if, instead of just purchasing a ramp separately, if it's incorporated into this whole project, then our money and the other monies can collectively stretch a little bit further. So those are two topics we'd like to talk more to you about, but I wanted to give you a heads up.
Okay, good. Anybody got any questions? All right,
Yep, thank you.
yep. Hey, Big, did you have anything?
Oh, me?
No, yeah. No. Tom, anything? Okay, we'll move on, thanks. Town administrator's not here, so there's no report from her. Jack?
I don't really have anything, everything's going pretty good. I think the cost of getting final paving, it's okay, it's not what I would rather have, but it's okay. And I guess they're gonna back up the sides, and so that should be pretty good shape.
Gonna be able to plow it all right?
Oh yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad, it's just not, it could have been done a little differently perhaps, but I understand too that they can't do this, so.
Okay. Anybody got a question, Dale?
Jack, you want to enlighten everybody about the bridge, the wooden bridge that isn't going to open on time probably?
Well, the last I talked to the box office, was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I was told that the approaches was next and they were gonna be on schedule. But I heard through the grapevine, the Thunder Road, that, it doesn't look like it's going to be. They asked us if we would do the approaches, we declined because we didn't have time. So I assumed it's somewhat the hold up.
I know, people are asking, that's all.
I don't know, I don't think it'll be long, I know they're on a Maine Yankee, that bridge is done, so, and not that would be a big hurdle for them, but I'm sure they're going fast they can go and do the best they can do. So it may be off a few days, for all I know, but I can call tomorrow and try to get it up. Put a heads up on it.
Jack, is there gonna be a repainting of the places that got new pavement, the stop lines and
Yes.
will that be done this season?
I can't say for sure, I don't know, it would be nice to wait till spring, if we could, but, see how the fall goes.
Okay. Codes officer, Mike is not here, but he did leave a report. He's staying steady on permits, mostly plumbing for new building permits in the Fisher Pond and Barley Neck parts of town. Solar permits for residential use continue as well. There's been an ongoing debate about a right-of-way down in the Sassanore area, and with a lot of research by Jason, Allison, Juanita, and everybody else involved, they finally figured out that that subdivision was made in 1926. There was a right-of-way delineated at that time. It does not belong to the town of Woolwich, and it's a civil matter.
Actually, can I have his report? And then do we know if he's reached out to the
He has.
owner? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's in there too, something
Okay.
like that. He has, he reached out to the owner and sent him all the information that we had,
Okay.
and,
Okay. I have not been in touch yet with the tenant, but I will do that tonight. Okay, great.
All right, EMS Director, Danny.
I'll be brief tonight. We had 28 calls in September, transported 28 patients, or saw 28 patients, 24 transported. It was another busy month. Called MC1 for assistance twice and provided mutual aid to Wiscasset once with both ambulances. The grant update, just a brief, new t-shirts arrived. So we have uniforms now to give people. We also got more training equipment, especially focusing on things to use for training the public in CPR, stop the bleed, and first aid. We're going to start a program of trying to offer classes to the public, 3 classes to just help. We had a call recently where we believe the person knew CPR and saved the other person's life. So having that out there really helps. I've been working for a few months on getting an instructor for American Heart Association Advanced Cardiac Life Support and Pediatric Advanced Life Support. And just today, I finally secured, we'll have those trainings in November or December. And we're using the grant money to pay for those because it's about $150 per person. So it's a good opportunity for us to do that. We've also offered staff to go to outside trainings, like there's a neonatal emergency training in Portland in November, a day-long thing. It looks really fun. I can't go, I have to be elsewhere, but a couple have taken us up on that. And again, that's just grant money we're using for that to help pay their tuition. And I'm looking at going to a grant writing course in New Hampshire, a 2-day course in November, so that I can learn more about that and, help our service more. And that's my report.
Thank you.
I have a question. Has there been any discussion with Kim or anybody in the office about that idea of putting an AED in the town office?
I'm still researching the prices. I haven't, and I'm still looking at grants that the town would have to apply for that. It's not an EMS thing. But basically we could get AED with a cabinet and all the stuff that you need probably for about, it's like $1,200. And that would be, and then train the people how to use it, because the concern is that if somebody has a heart attack here, there's an incident, we're not here, or even if we're here, people don't know how to use the monitor. Like they can't use our monitor, which is what we use as an AED on the trucks. So it would be really beneficial to the town to have an AED in the building that people could, or dispatch could tell them, like somebody's having a heart attack and they're like, there's an AED at the town hall, run and get that, type thing. So there are 4 or 5 different grants that specialize in that towns can access. So if you guys want more information on that, I can bring it in and give that to you. I just think it would be a very good idea, because as far as I know, the only AEDs in town are in our cars and in the fire trucks, and then at the school. So that's.
The North Woolwich Methodist Church has one.
Do they? And the Dates Ferry are getting one. Dates Ferry
Church
congregation, they're trying to get a grant to get one, and they asked me to come in and teach them, train them, so.
So you're willing to fill out the grant application to help us get one, is that what you said?
I can help you fill that, but I would have to be in the town's name, not EMS.
No, anything you would do to,
Yeah.
right? Anything you do to facilitate that would be great.
I would,
Then
I'll look into it
We could
more.
demonstrate some night.
Yeah,
And that,
we can,
On Jason.
on you. We have trainers, so we cannot shock you, but.
so that would be, so the grant would cover the entire 1,200, or is that?
But basically those grants, I think they run $1,200 to $1,500 or $2,000, so they're designed to cover the cost of that.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Basically, they run 15 to 1,800, but they always have sales, these places. And I see those with the cabinets, again, with everything that goes inside, with stop the bleed kits for, you know,
Okay.
under control.
What's the life of something like that, like in the building?
The batteries are the expendable thing, or if you use if you use it, you have to replace it. The batteries, I think in those commercial, like, or the civilian units, last, I believe 4 to 5 years.
I guess 5 years, I think.
They're
So
about
that-
5 years, so.
Yeah. So are they hooked up to a unit that charges it, or they just, they do? what do you
So not to cut you off, so we'll check it, I'm sure the fire department or EMS will check it monthly for you.
Oh, I see.
Or, yeah, I mean, it doesn't, yeah, just, or the staff can just say, hey, is the little light still on type thing?
Yeah.
And then write down when it expires, but yeah, it's 4 or 5 years. It's,
If they haven't been using, they're in a controlled temperature environment, that'll last at least 5 years.
yeah, so, it's not like the ones that we have that we have to obey the dates or, you know, legal issues, so, we have to replace those every couple of years.
Hey, real quickly, it makes good sense. I attended,
Yeah.
Debbie, you were at the funeral for Jerry, you know, the meeting house over here was pretty well packed, and if nobody is here, you guys, you know, or the departments, you know, something happened, you never know.
It's,
Move on, fire chief, Sean.
We had 2 calls since the last, meeting. I've got 1 new membership packet to, you guys to approve. Member of it, would like to join, he lives in Wiscasset, he's been on Wiscasset Fire for years. Very qualified individual. I've met with him a couple times. Actually worked with him on the accident scene up in Dresden. He was there with Wiscasset EMS.
Dave?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, very good individual, very level-headed, comes with a lot of experience and qualifications, so I would support bringing him on board, if you guys do. And while you look over that, this is a busy grant month, this month and last month. I am working on one grant called the Leary Foundation Grant, which we're putting in for a Combi Jaws of Life tool. It cuts and it spreads. Total cost of that grant is $24,000. That's a complete payment grant. It doesn't cost the town a dime. So I'm finishing that up. That'll be submitted in the next probably 4 or 5 days. The other one that I needed to bring tonight, the Stephen Tabitha King Foundation. This one is for the compressor. So the air compressor, the cascade, and the fill station. This is a up to $50,000 grant, and I actually just, a friend of mine or another department, not locally, but in Maine, just received this grant from Stephen Tabitha King for their department for the same thing. Actually the same exact setup that I requested. That's good to see. So they do 2 rounds a year. They do a spring round of grants and do a fall round of grants. They're big on first responders as well, for sure. So total cost of this grant for the fill station, compressor, and cascade setup is $58,496.55. If we get the grant would cover $50,000. So my question, and I went to see Kim about this yesterday, and it makes perfect sense to her and I, is if you guys are all set with me applying for this and knowing that the grants, what's the account?
Undesignated fund.
Right, the matching account.
Matching fund account.
That we have for the grants would cover the
Grant matching.
$8,400 to offset that price. I think that's a pretty good deal for the town of Woolwich for a $58,000 unit. This is a full NFPA compliant compressor and setup, and it comes with, I believe, a 5-year warranty. It would be installed by Bergeron, which is actually former Deputy Chief Dominic Massio works for Bergeron, so he's been excellent for me for getting information, and I've got everything here if you guys want to pass that around for all the details on it. But, that one's due the 15th of this month, and the other one's due the 11th. And
Okay, so this grant taps out at $50,000.
$50,000.
It does not require a match, right? It's just the $50,000.
$50,000 is the max.
It doesn't require, it doesn't require a match.
Yeah, the only thing I'm just saying, the auditors are very strict about the grant terms, I'm just throwing, I don't know if this, in other words, if it's 75-25, way to come up with $8,000, it's easy.
Yeah.
If it's $50,000 is all they'll fund, and we need $8,000 more
Yeah.
money, I don't know, are we allowed to take it?
I don't believe we'd be able to use grant money for that, because the grant money is to supplement the grant.
Well, the money's to supplement what they won't cover, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, so, but hear me out, so
We have to
when,
run it by the auditors.
right, but when do you find out about it? Like, when would you know? Was it 2 months from now?
I think it closes the 15th, and then
I would
within,
think though, if we can get a $50,000 kicker, we'll find the
We'll figure it out,
$8,000.
well, that's what I was, yeah.
Well, the other thing is, the money is probably,
We can always take it out of Sean's budget.
well, no, but the money is probably available, I mean, usually it's, if you do it within a year or within 6 months.
Right.
I mean, how
You
available
have a
is,
certain amount of time.
yeah, how available is the product and the
Right,
gizmo?
right.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I don't think it's normally applying.
Oh, no, why? No, Kim ran this by me yesterday, but I didn't quite understand it to be that way. I thought it was the matching amount.
Yeah,
I thought
no.
you were gonna say it was 75,
No,
25.
they top off at that amount, and then you're left with the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, if it's, but it wouldn't technically be a match.
that's
Because the grant is a finite number,
Right.
okay?
the other day with your pagers, remember you and I talked about this? The auditors picked up on the pagers and it was part of your forestry grant. You did nothing wrong, we paid for it.
Right.
We paid the matching money, but they are really, we wanna see the grant, we wanna see the terms of
Yeah.
the grant, and they're fairly strict about the, but by all means apply. There's a way to figure it out.
That's what I thought. Other than that, yeah, so those two things, the Stephen Tavern the King one, that one is what I need to talk about. The other one, again, is full funded. It's capped at 25, and the total cost is 24 and change, so that one I'm just gonna try for it. But this one is really, it's come to light, especially in these last couple of months that we've had these fires. Being at the mercy of another department to get air is really, really a pain.
Who else has one?
We've been going to BIW. Which is helpful, but I can only go there when they're available. So if they're out, they run 1,500 calls a year to BIW fire. I know, a lot of people don't have any
Is that
idea
the
about
building
that.
that's across from where
Right
the
across.
cabin? Okay.
Yeah, very busy. But so they have a great setup. They have it's probably over $100,000 setup to fill bottles. But again, I'm stuck with when they can do it is when we can go. So the only other one in our area is the City of Bath. And again, they're busier than we are, so if they're not in the station, I can't go get air there.
Yeah.
So, let me just make sure I got this right. It's a grant for a compressor, a cascade, and a fill station?
Yeah.
Is that, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sean, I don't think anybody here on the board has any objection to you putting
Okay.
that guy.
So you want this back?
No, that's fine, yes.
Is this for us or you?
I'll take it, yeah, Kim usually gives it.
All right, so we don't need to vote on this, right?
No.
All right, and then, do we need to vote on this, or we all, I mean,
You can make a motion.
all right, I move that we authorize Sean to apply for the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation grant for, as outlined is what he said.
Second?
Okay, a second?
Yep.
Okay, those in favor? Okay.
You want this back?
You guys can keep it, I've got everything, it's all digital, I just wanted to print it off so you guys had it.
All right.
Other than that,
Allison, do you want this in case you need any information? for your
I don't
notes?
think so, I don't think so.
I'll put it over here for Kim.
so, that one's the 15th. Dale's guys came and pressure washed. How do we feel about how it looks? I've gotten a few complaints already, so, and I have my own complaints, so. I mean, it's, the bugs are off, but it's still pretty dirty. Kim agrees with me. I don't know if that's anything you guys wanna talk about.
If they use just plain water.
I know, that's the problem.
The problem is most of your gasoline, pressure washers now you can't spray soap
Right.
under pressure.
That outfit that came last year, that was, oh my,
Yeah.
they did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So what I recall is, and I don't know where we stand with Dale, but some of it, I don't know if he's donating some or volunteering some or.
Again, I'm not complaining,
No.
I'm very thankful that he
Right.
did it, but I
So
think we ought to look at
Yeah,
trying
so,
to get it cleaned up a little bit more.
yeah, so I don't know where we stand on all that,
Yeah.
but maybe we,
You still got the garden sprayer type things that you.
We're gonna scrub, so before open house, we're gonna scrub as high as we can reach, but I'm not gonna put guys on a ladder and scrub the whole
No,
building.
no, but I was gonna say, if you had a way you could spray soap up there, I'd bring you down my pressure washer, you guys could just go at it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do what we can, but I just wanted to mention it. I mean,
Unfortunately, the lights are the problem, right? We need
well,
lights.
it's light, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of spiders in this
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
A lot of spiders.
We attract an awful lot of critters.
I'm wondering if when Modern Pest comes and takes care of stuff, if they have anything to say about insects.
Yeah.
I'm curious. But
Did you meet with them on Monday?
I did.
On that?
I met with them on Monday at the North Station. So.
They didn't indicate?
He said he'd send everything to Kim, so
Right.
I have no idea what.
Did she give you the containers?
Yeah, waiting for the other stuff that goes in them or whatever.
Are you gonna pick it up?
Oh, she made it sound like you guys were getting it.
Oh, you can just go to Aim Supply. And,
Yeah, again, that's fine. I didn't realize, she made it sound like.
Yeah, she called me the other day and told me to get them to you, and you just go buy a pail.
Yeah, the boxes, we've got the boxes, the little trap.
Yeah, the whole theory there is that nothing else can get to it, right? And then
Right.
you use the bait block things.
Yeah.
Then if you just stick some around to start with, see how fast the company responds here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, I've chatted with him about the North Station. We'll see what, if we can get to it, so.
With Dale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mentioned that opening where the electrical panel is to him. He didn't know about it, but I said, Dale, just take a piece of plywood or something. It won't take, it just needs to be sealed.
Yeah.
Because that guy from Modern Pest did say, he said, you probably ought to get that sealed.
That seemed pretty obvious, and then when that thing in the back there's the.
Yeah, Kevin's gonna bring up his dump trailer. We're gonna do a clean out.
That's definitely a habitat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's just a bunch of stuff.
I know, it's old stuff that we haven't used in years, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll do a clean out at some point, do that stuff, but
Yeah.
You
otherwise.
have an open house coming up, don't
Yes.
you?
Open house is, next Wednesday, October 9th.
They're gonna move that, right? The red building's going, right?
Monday night, that's going away.
Before open house.
Yeah, Monday night. Yeah.
We need to have an open house like every couple of months. No, geez. No, they're gonna clean up some stuff. Well, they always do that.
Monday night, 5:30, or Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30
Yeah.
is the open house.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and a lot of people doing a lot of work for it.
Good.
We were going to try to take the tent down tonight. I don't have enough guys around tonight, so we're gonna do that Monday night. Take the tent down. Donnie's not in town yet either, so when he gets back from his trip, then we can do it. It'll be done.
Good.
Otherwise, I think, all of our trucks got inspected this past month, so everything passed. There's a couple of little leaks of oil leaks, but it'll get addressed here in the next month or two. But otherwise, I haven't got a quote yet from Northeast on the engine 4 that I mentioned. Yeah, it is, knock on wood, it's not leaking any fuel right now, but we haven't, I told the guys just don't fill it all the way, 7/8 or whatever, but, so we'll see, but,
Okay, thank you.
thanks.
Old business, we have nothing. Anybody have any old business to bring up? Okay. All right, new business. See, now we had a public hearing earlier. I need a motion to adopt the new general assistance ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor? Like we have a choice.
Is Kim here?
She's on today.
She's out today?
Well, they're training.
There you go.
They're closed today, yep.
All right,
Alright, I thought maybe she was here, she could sign this real quick for me, but sorry to interrupt you guys.
that's okay. All right, RSU1 warrant. To the Board of Directors of the RSU1, a motion for us to sign this.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor? Everybody?
Who was that? Did you make the motion?
What's that?
Who made the motion?
Jason,
I think I did, yeah.
second.
Okay.
This is for the election.
I signed it in the wrong place, but that's all right. There's plenty of places to sign. One more thing, municipal valuation report. We need to sign this and send it to the state. Motion to do so.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Those in favor of signing it? Again, like we have any choice. And last but not least, pole permit for Central Maine Power on the Saunders Road, right by the corner of Saunders and Wiscasset Road, or Route 1, whichever you call it. Basically, they're putting a pole on one side of the street, looks like to brace off a pole on the other side of the street for a new house.
I move that we approve the pole permit.
Second.
And that's, Route 1 and Saunders?
Saunders.
On the Saunders Road.
Okay.
Okay, those in favor? I don't have anything else. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yeah, second.
You're out of here. Thank you.